This is a review of Halo Infinite because I think it's a 4 out of 10 game right now. And I'm sick and tired of hearing people talking about how great the game is right now when it's actually garbage. It's in a totally broken state, and people are super happy about playing it because it's better than Battlefield and COD. Battlefield is a complete disaster. It's super buggy and unplayable. It's like a 2 out of 10 at best. And Call of Duty is just a rehash, and it's also not. It has some bugs. I haven't played it personally, but I've seen some stuff about it. I'd put it as a 3 out of 10. So Halo Infinite is just barely coming out above them at a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. It pains me to have to say this, but Halo Infinite right now it's broken. It's in a broken state. It's unplayable. It's bad. So I'm just going to go over some of the topics. This is a review I wrote on Halo Infinite, or Halo Waypoint, so you can check it out. It's pretty much the same title as the stream. The first thing here, hit detection and lag. This game, worse than any other game, suffers from really bad hit detection and lag. Dying from around corners, dying from people you've already killed, hitting people in the head and them not dying. It's absurd. I've punched people. I hear the feedback, the thud you hear when you punch somebody. Nothing happens. I've been punched in the face by people and died to a back smack. It doesn't make any sense. It is very poorly optimized. The hit detection lag is horrible. It wasn't this bad in Halo Reach. It wasn't this bad in Halo 4. It's not this bad in any other game. It is a problem with Halo Infinite. They need to address this. This is the biggest problem with it right now. The game is unplayable if you can't shoot and kill people consistently. Another thing, the lack of content and bad UI. I wanna look at this. Okay? Look at this UI. Quick play, boot camp, big team battle fiesta, free fall side. How many more? 1, 2, 3 more playlists. Look at all this space here. 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 Why is there a scroll wheel for 3 playlists that would fit elsewhere on the screen? What? Who thought this was a good idea? This is horrendous. This is some of the worst UI that I've ever seen. How do you get to armor customizations from this menu? Well, you can hit back and customize is up here. But it's not up here now. So I can hit back, I can go to customize, and then I can go to armor hall. Now I've begun to modify my armor. Alternatively, I can click this button and click customize over here. Why isn't this all in one menu? Why do I have to go to my settings to find the customize button? Why, when I go to multiplayer, does this tab up top disappear? Why can't I just click customize from right here? That would be the best way to fix this problem. To just be able to swap between it. Get rid of this menu. Get rid of this play menu right here. Okay? Put the campaign here. Put the multiplayer here. Put the academy here. Put the custom games here. And then run everything else across. Just like you have it now. It would look so much more sleek. And you wouldn't be running into this issue. It's horrible. The armor hall. Look at this. This is horrendous UI right here. Why do I have to scroll left or right to see all these armor options? What does this even look like to you? What is this? I know when you hover over it says armor effect, but put armor effect above it or something. Like, put it all in a list. What is this horrible UI? I actually came up with an idea for how to better the UI. So imagine this for the UI customization. We have the armor cores right here, right? Instead of having it at this angle, have it straight on. And I made a crude drawing to show you what I'm about to describe, okay? So you're at the armor core menu, right? You're at your armor hall. Now picture this. Rather than clicking on your armor hall and you getting this atrocious... You get this atrocious UI right here where you have to scroll left and right to find all this weird customization crap. Rather than doing that, all your customization is right here in this form, right? You have these little boxes right here. They're connected to the part that you're you're trying to customize. So, and then you have the little visor symbol right there. Even if you had no text involved, you just had the symbols, the boxes attached with a line to the visor, that immediately, it's super intuitive. Everybody will know what you're customizing. And if you still don't know, that's fine. You would still see what it would either say it, visor symbol, or it would say that you're changing your visor, or it would have the symbol there, okay? Much better. Now you've seen the customization happen on your Spartan in real time. It's super intuitive UI. There's less screens that you have to go to. And then you could put all the other stuff that's in random places, like the prosthetics and the stance, you could put in this screen as well, in the form of a vertical list on the left-hand side. And if you opened up the chest, say you opened up the chest here, okay, you could then customize, have like a color palette on the right-hand side and customize the color. Other than these color packs here. What is this also? Why do we have these color packs? Why do I not have all these color packs unlocked by default? This is just red. This is just dirt color. Like, why don't I have these unlocked? These should be the base colors unlocked already. But no, I have to like pay for them or something. Let's see, what does this one say? Against the cutament. I don't even know how to unlock this. Stay tuned for more details. Coming soon. It's not even out yet. It's not even out yet. I can't get this color. Even though it's right there and they could just have it unlocked by default. Yeah, the UI is atrocious. The UI is terrible. Lack of content. Everybody knows it. We're out of the beta now. When beta ended, they didn't release any new weapons. They didn't release any new maps. They didn't release any new vehicles. They didn't release any new customizations. They fixed 2 bugs. These are the issues that they resolved when the beta ended, okay? This is a bug. No, wait. This one's a bug. And this one's a bug. If Halo is launched without an internet connection, players can connect to the internet while on the main menu and play online. This is just a feature that they added, finally. Local area LAN multiplayer is now available, and this is a feature. So they added 4 things. They added 2 things and they fixed 2 bugs. That entire time that they had during the beta to fix things. And they didn't fix anything, basically. There's still connection issues. There's still lag and hit detection issues. There's still weapon balance issues. The UI is still horrible. People are getting disconnected from games like crazy. Which I guess this kind of plays into the bugs. Custom games don't work. Why don't the custom games work? You get disconnected from custom games. Sometimes people can't connect to custom games. You can't save edits you make to custom games. There are several options missing from custom games. Why can't I make it to where everybody starts with grappling hooks that have no cooldown and have infinite uses? Why can't I make that a thing? Well, I just don't understand why that isn't already in the game. The connection issues. I spent 40 minutes the other day trying to connect and play this game, and I kept receiving these errors. Disconnected from local area network, disconnected from online multiplayer, etc., etc. And almost every time I had to restart my game because it would say the multiplayer is unavailable at this time, and it wouldn't let me do anything. And so I had to restart the game. I got into one game, and I immediately got an infinite loading screen. I sat there for I don't know how long. But I sat there for a while, it would not load. The infinite loading screen is a huge problem. Connection issues are a huge problem. None of it was addressed in the beta. It's pretty bad. This stuff right here, the custom games and bugs, the bugs make it unplayable. Lack of content and bad UI make it really hard to slug through. The hit detection and lag make the game unplayable. And now balance issues. This might be like a little bit more opinionated because not everybody is going to agree on how the game should be balanced. But I think there's a couple of things that we can all universally agree on. For example, the Ravager. Right now it's kind of way underpowered. Nobody uses the Ravager ever. Nobody picks it up. It's probably the worst gun in the game, if not the second worst gun. The Pulse Carbine I actually learned is pretty decent. but it's only at one specific range. If you scope in with it and you shoot people at mid-range, it actually hits its targets really well. Its homing ability is much stronger when you're scoped in. So if you do that, it actually melts people's shields pretty quickly. The problem is that it doesn't really do much damage to health, so you have to switch to another weapon, which is the problem the plasma pistol has. The problem the plasma pistol has right now is that in order for it to be good, you have to rely on your secondary. Most other weapons in this game don't rely on a secondary weapon. If I pick up the assault rifle, I can just use the assault rifle and do well. If I pick up the sniper rifle, I can just pick up the sniper rifle and do well. But if I pick up the plasma pistol, I have to have a good secondary weapon. I have to have a secondary weapon that complements the plasma pistol. So it essentially like eats up your 2 weapon slots, because if your first weapon slot isn't good for the plasma pistol, then the plasma pistol is totally useless. So I don't know what they can do to the plasma pistol to make it better. It kind of sucks right now. Same with the pulse carbine. It relies on a secondary weapon because it will only melt through shields, and then you're probably going to die to an assault rifle if they've just been using the assault rifle. I don't know what they can do to fix the plasma pistol, but for the pulse carbine, they can just... I would probably make it do a little bit more damage to health, or maybe just make its bullets a bit faster and have a little bit stronger homing. I'm not sure what the best course of action is there, but it needs something. The vehicles. The vehicles are absurdly good in this game. If you hop in a Warthog in big team battle, you're pretty much guaranteed a killing frenzy at least. You're probably going to get 10 kills if you have a decent driver, okay? Because they're so strong. You can have 6 people shooting at your Warthog with assault rifles, and the Warthog will win. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but that's the way it is. In Halo 4, if you had a group of people all shooting at a Warthog, the Warthog would lose. But in this game, if you don't have an anti-vehicle weapon, the vehicle is just going to destroy you. So they seriously need to buff the damage that regular weapons do to vehicles, I think. I don't think a vehicle health should be adjusted. I think the damage that base weapons do to vehicles should be adjusted. Because as it is, if you don't have an anti-vehicle weapon, that's it. You're done. You're going to die. And there's not enough anti-vehicle weapons to go around. There's too many vehicles. They're just too strong. And then the controversial one. Why is sprint useless? Sprint is in the game, but it doesn't do anything right now. Please make it do something. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask for. I don't think anybody would agree that sprint should be totally useless except crazy Halo purists who think that the newer games aren't real Halo games or something stupid like that. Like, some non-arguments against increasing sprint is that some people think that you have to like change map design or change weapon balance or things like that. No, you don't. You can keep everything the same and just increase sprint speed by about 10%. If you increase sprint speed by about 10%, it'll be useful, and it won't dramatically change the game, but it'll make it matter. And with all that said, that's why I rated a 4 out of 10. Okay? I want to like Halo Infinite. When it works, Halo Infinite is very fun. I very much enjoy it when it works. The problem is that it works less than half the time. Half the time or less it works. Because pretty much every game you're going to run into some instance of you dying around the corner, or you shooting somebody in the head and them not dying even though they have no shield. You meleeing somebody and it not registering. Every single game you're going to run into one of those issues. It's going to happen. And most games you're going to run into multiple of these issues. And that's if you can get into a game, right? You're probably just going to be disconnected. You're going to be hit with infinite loading screens. You're not going to be able to connect with your friends. Somebody's going to take 30 minutes to load one map for some reason. Completely unexplained. If you can't play the game the majority of the time, then it's not even a base level game. A 5 out of 10 is an average. This is a below average game because you cannot play it more than half of the time. For it to be at least a 5 out of 10, you have to be able to play it 100% of the time. And you can't even do it 50% of the time. It's sad. They changed nothing from the beta. They patched 2 things, and they added 2 features. What did they spend all that time doing for the beta? We're still on a beta build. It's horrendous. It's bad. It's not good. Just because it's better than Call of Duty and just because it's better than Battlefield does not mean that we should overlook these horrible issues that are plaguing Halo Infinite. I look forward to, in a year or two, well, I don't even know anymore, because they didn't release new playlists until sometime after the campaign released, after the day 1 patch. So, who knows? I'd like to see a modern playlist where everybody has infinite thruster boosts, everybody has faster sprint. I think that would be really cool. I would like to see a playlist with loadouts. I'd like to see loadouts involved in custom games so you can make better custom games. I'd like to see the hit detection fixed. I'd like to see the lag issues fixed. I'd like to see all these things, but I have no idea. I don't know. It feels like a half-assed attempt at making this game. I don't know what else to say. It's a 4 out of 10 game right now, and they didn't fix anything on release. We're still in the beta version of the game, and people should not be willing to accept that.